This is where it gets interesting. Lampard knew this would cause City to rotate possession to opposite side more often than usual. This match had a great tactical battle between Lampard and Pep Guardiola. Although Chelsea won, Pep's tactics caused Lampard a lot of trouble early on, and especially after Pep made some changes when Chelsea took the lead. The only reason Chelsea came out on top was because Lampard was prepared for Pep's tactics and set up accordingly. In this video, we will take a look at the tactics used by Manchester City first and then Chelsea's so we can understand what Lampard did. Pep left Aguero and Gabriel Jesus on the bench and went with no recognized centre forward. If you know about Pep's tactics, you know Pep likes to have a false nine who regularly drops deep into pockets of spaces. If you want to know about Pep's tactics in detail, I've made a video focusing solely on Pep Guardiola, link in description. In this match, however, Pep did not want a false nine. This is because he wanted to create overloads all over the field and target the space in between the lines, particularly behind Chelsea's midfield line. So he had Gundogan, Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne target the space in between the lines, while Sterling and Mahrez stayed by the sideline on their respective wings. And so, City had both fullbacks stay back to assist and build up, with Rodri staying in the middle just in front of the defense. All this resulted in Chelsea being unable to mark all the ball near City players effectively. Pep essentially put Chelsea players in a position where they have to pick a player to mark, allowing City to exploit the newly vacated space. In this instance, Willian can cut passing lane to Mendy, but would be creating a passing lane to Gundogan behind in half space. Or choose the safer option and cut passing lane into the half space, but allow the fullback to receive a pass with no pressure at all. Since Lampard encourages all of his players to track back and help defend, it is not surprising to see wingers act as wingbacks temporarily. This is where it gets interesting. Lampard knew this would cause City to rotate possession to opposite side more often than usual, as City would attempt to find gaps by moving the ball quickly from one side to the other. So he has Giroud mark City's defensive midfielder, Rodri. This forced City to use centre backs to rotate possession since Rodri was marked extensively. And so, Lampard wanted his ball far winger to start pressing as soon as he thought City were going to rotate possession to his side. Notice how Giroud knows Gundogan is wide open, but still focuses on cutting passing lane to Rodri. This is because he knows Fernandinho will pass to Gundogan, who will try to exploit the space he just vacated. The reason Giroud wants Gundogan to exploit the space he just created is because Willian is already on his way to press Laporte, since Chelsea don't want City to rotate easily. The thing is, Chelsea cannot do this if City are not moving the ball from one side to the other. Look at this for example. Notice how Barkley starts pressing the center back but stops. This is because he knows that he will be creating a passing lane to Rodri, who can then find Gundogan behind him. So he stays back and covers the player in half space. Instances where the ball far winger pressed as soon as City tried to rotate were quite common, with City forced to go long at times. When Chelsea got on the ball, they used multiple strategies to get upfield. The most simple way was to use Giroud's aerial advantage by going long. Another way was to have the ball near winger and midfielder drop deep when building up. Kevin De Bruyne goes towards Alonso while cutting passing lane to Pulisic, who's open by the sideline. However, this leaves space behind him which Kante exploits by finding Mount in the half space, who helps to advance the build-up play. All this made sure that Chelsea had ample time on the ball, even though City were able to play through Chelsea quite often. Chelsea were creating much better chances than Manchester City. And in the 35th minute, Mendy gives the ball away in a dangerous area with only Gundogan there to support him. Pulisic makes sure to punish City for that mistake as he manages to get away from both players and give Chelsea the lead. During the halftime break, Pep made some tactical changes as he tried to get City back into the game. he brought on an extra attacking player and tasked Walker to play as an inverted fullback. This made holding on to possession for Chelsea even more difficult than before. Notice how since Pulisic is occupied with Walker and Mahrez, Mount has to make his way over as De Bruyne is wide open in the half space. Now that Mount is occupied with De Bruyne, Rodri is able to get involved with no pressure on him. This was happening all over the field as Chelsea struggled to hold on to possession. In the 54th minute, Mahrez gets fouled near Chelsea's box. De Bruyne steps up to take the free kick, who manages to score a beautiful goal. Chelsea became heavily reliant on counterattacks in the second half, as they gave their all to keep City away from their box. And in the 77th minute, during a Chelsea counterattack, Fernandinho decides to emulate Suarez as he uses his hands to stop the ball from crossing the line. Following a VAR review, referee made the right decision by showing a red card to Fernandinho and then gave a penalty to Chelsea. Willian stepped up to take the penalty and made sure to give Chelsea the lead once again, which would prove to be the winning goal. Both Frank Lampard and Pep Guardiola had great tactics. Pep streamlined City's build-up process, which allowed them to get near Chelsea's box on a regular basis, while Lampard targeted the most vulnerable point in Pep's tactics to disrupt City's build-up play time and again. Who do you think had better tactics, Chelsea or Manchester City? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, share it with someone you know. Follow me on social media, links in description.